I figured if we're gonna consider ourselves that type of team, I figured that we should let's. I want to experiment here. Hold up, Britney Spears is calling me, guys. Welcome to the Team VP. You're now the mascot. Sure, they do. There's romance scams generally, and they'll go and investigate if they're actually a scammer, and then the person insists that no, Johnny Depp is totally dating me, and he is not a scammer trying to sell me NFTs. I'll do Johnny Depp. Well, let's start with Johnny Depp.
I think I really care about this person.
So we're experimenting here. I'll probably put this on the YouTubes, so I'm gonna like this before I forget. Can, if you're interested, consider joining the Rat Pack as we talk about all kinds of interesting frauds and bits like that in real time. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. But let's check this out. Let's see if we like scamfish, guys. Let's see. You need to know who's into Zuck. That's fair. I mean, these are shorter, so maybe we can do both.
Really care about this person.
Let me go ahead and get rid of the bingo card for now. If we do end up liking these, I can make a bingo card for these, I'm assuming.
It's like a relationship, like a true
you think you're...
I think
a relationship is like a relationship that's a statement. That's a statement.
I love him. I've always been a fan of Johnny Depp. If you told me it was the real Johnny Depp, I would be a little bit angry.
Oh, because of the scamming, I guess?
Welcome back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com.
Vivian gave me the different prices to meet Johnny Depp. There's like 3 levels. And I chose the 1,300 package.
It's a sentence with words, exactly.
On today's episode,
that's what it feels like.
We speak to a woman named Deborah from Virginia. She believes she's in an online relationship with the one and only Johnny Depp. Deborah reached...
I think they keep on using Johnny Depp. For some reason, Johnny Depp is very popular for romance scams.
Out to us after seeing the...
I mean, it makes more sense than Zuckerberg. He's actually like a human.
Previous episodes of the other guests on our channel that thought they were talking to Johnny Depp. She sent him over $40,000 to meet him in person for meet and greets and travel fees. And well, she's now having doubts that she may not be communicating with the real Johnny Depp. Seekers, let's jump into it and see if we can help her out. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like,
what do you guys do? You think she's talking with the real Johnny Depp, guys? I spent the 1,300, and I'm talking to Brittany, guys. Oof. And I'm talking to Brittany, guys. Well, they usually scam older women, and as a straight man, Johnny Depp is pretty hot. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Right.
He's got what is it? The soulful eyes.
Comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
Good morning, Social Catfish. My name is Debbie. I've been married 3 times.
Oh, that sucks.
Have been out of a relationship on purpose.
Totally the actual Johnny Depp.
Me for the past 10 years. Then I ran into this mess, and it has stunted me.
After her divorce, Deborah decided to open an Instagram profile for the first time, and this is when it all began.
Oh no.
I liked a couple of pictures and was approached by this woman, and she said that she was his personal assistant, media, or something like that. But it was kind of cool because it was a lady approaching me and not a man.
Attention. President Trump is going to end all taxes on Social Security benefits.
Ow.
And end all taxes on tips collected by service workers.
This is a long ad.
I approve this message.
I don't know if either of those would work.
Are you ready to take your content to the next level?
Okay. The real Pirate of the Caribbean, yeah.
Was Vivian.
Aren't they trying to replace him?
It was a very lengthy message. She wanted to know how long I had been a fan of Johnny Depp.
To be fair, I don't even know how much people actually want to see Pirates movies anymore. I don't know. Because a tips only worker Rat Pack? I mean, become a tips only worker Rat Pack? Yeah, Yeah. It
you
could
know,
be
really
good. It could definitely be good for
elaborating
streamers and
on her
stuff. It's just,
responsibilities that
it
she
sounds like an
was
administrative
trying
nightmare.
to help him connect with his fans. And it was almost like a screening. She wanted to know
I was gonna spill
things
my
that I was very vague in
gamer
answering
subs
her,
all
to
over
tell you the
myself.
truth, because I didn't think it was any of her business.
Oh
But
God,
I
why?
did tell her I was.
How did you not see a red flag here? I feel bad for her, but it's also like, I guess I'm also like, I wish that internet literacy was more of a thing among our older friends. I don't know. I would see the conclusion of Pirates if they had Johnny again, yeah. Also, I will never get past them both are lying about it. Probably. They have to be, right? Because that just sounds like an administrative nightmare. There's no way that they'd actually be able to do that. It would open up like so many problems.
Because I didn't think it was any of her business. But I did tell her I was single. I just finally folded and decided, okay, you know, let me just check this out and see if it really is.
I wonder what happened if what would have happened if she said she wasn't single, if she was married. What would have happened? That would have been interesting. I mean, if they marketed it as a conclusion instead of just trying to keep on the Pirates franchise, then yeah, I'd probably watch it too. That's fair. 56 following, 10 follow. I don't know if this account is connected to a celebrity.
She had been on Instagram and had
Old account disabled at 15K. Okay, so that's her excuse. Is like something happened. Something happened to my old account. Which might be true because it might have gotten like flagged for scamming or something. Maybe on Social Security, but on tips it would be a nightmare. Yeah, no, on tips it would be an absolute nightmare. Because so many people would mess with would try to take advantage of it, even if it's not actually a tip business, and then it's like, or maybe if they do a threshold for how much in tips you can make before it gets taxed. I don't know. And it's just a higher threshold than it is for like normal. I don't know.
She had been on Instagram and had 12,000 followers. On her main Instagram, it looks like a woman very staunch, and she's looking away with dark hair, really pretty skin.
Okay.
And she's a very pretty lady. Vivian had instructed me that I could speak with Johnny Depp.
Vivian sent Deborah a phone number she could text through WhatsApp to get a hold of Johnny Depp. That's when the two started chatting.
I just told him I didn't believe it was him. And he said that, well, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to. That Vivian said that you were skeptic.
What?
I thought it was kind of funny. So I wanted to play. I've always been a fan of Johnny Depp. I even have first season of 21 Jump Street. It's the conversations, and it's like a relationship.
Oh, God. Yeah. Brittany is on WhatsApp too. I'm sure she is.
You know, when you go home, how was your day? Oh, it was crappy. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. You know, I enjoyed talking about myself because no one had asked those kind of questions in a long time.
Okay, I wonder how many of the questions are just trying to build trust and how much is like social engineering to try to figure out how much she might be worth as a mark, or if she'll be like a good mule. I don't know.
He would call me his heart rub. He seems to really care.
What is a heart rub?
It was nice to feel that someone may be even attracted to what's up here. I mean, I'm not stupid. I think I really care about this person. It's like a relationship, like a true connection.
Yeah,
I think
maybe it's supposed to be heartthrob and just misspelled
it. I know in my mind that it's unrealistic.
Johnny and Deborah would go back and forth over text messages for weeks before they planned to finally meet in person.
Oh boy.
The first time I sent money, Johnny...
Did you call him on the phone? Did you try to voice, not voice. Yeah, voice. Did you try to Zoom? Did you try to, like, Zoom call or something? Did you have him send a specialized picture, perhaps? All these things you should probably do. Especially if they ask for money at some point, which they definitely will, but we'll see. You rub my heart.
Johnny Depp and I had talked about meeting.
All I think of then is like Kali Ma type shit, or like someone who's like a phase through person who's like holding on to your heart and like threatening to murder you. That's where my mind goes.
And he described a meet and greet. I didn't know anything about it, and he referred me to Vivian. Vivian gave me the different prices to meet Johnny Depp. There's like 3 levels.
Okay.
And I chose the 1300 package. I sent to
Heartthrob would make more sense than heart rub. What the hell is heart rub? It sounds like they're threatening to get into my chest and rub my heart and murder me.
a wallet that was supposedly global management's wallet.
Because I'm assuming heartthrob is just like, oh, it makes your heart like go fast. But heart rub is weird. Always ask for a photo while they are eating a cheesecake, then demand the cheesecake.
Conversation we had.
I mean, DoorDash me some Cheesecake Factory cheesecake right now, and I'll know you're real.
Become tight.
You're not real if you don't get me the cheesecake.
Supposedly the only way that he could be with a female was to do it through a meet and greet. He wanted to meet me sooner. They wanted to send a private jet.
Oh God,
why? What he's doing out there. He doesn't want anyone to know.
There's some pretty dang good cheesecake. It was only like this year that I tasted cheesecake, and it's like, I have been missing this my whole life just because the concept sounded weird, but it actually tastes really good.
He is on like an allowance, and
is on an allowance
every 3 months or something. It's allotted to him.
Yeah, now I want cheesecake too. We screwed ourselves. Spoon, this is all your fault for bringing up cheesecake.
Time was for them to get a passport for me to go to Paris, and they were going to send me in a jet. Over and over again, failed attempts because the amount wasn't quite enough. The biggest reason was because
after it fails the first time, stop giving them money. Please. I'd say don't give them money the first time, but assuming you're a boomer, stop giving them money after it fails the first time, or at least the second time, please. Good cheesecake is amazing. Cheap cheesecake can ruin you. That's very true. Very true.
A Bitcoin and the conversion wasn't exactly.
Of course, we're getting into Bitcoin. Of course, we are.
Exactly what they told me to spend on their end. So I was always running behind. There have been times that we've fought because of money, management wanting more money, 100 here, 1,000 there.
Oh God, how much did you give him or her? Them.
Deborah
probably
has
a
dished
network.
out over $40,000 to Johnny Depp and his management team for meet and greets, plane tickets, and other travel expenses.
Why?
Gilbert was Johnny's logistics manager.
You can pay for a real VIP ticket thing probably before for less than what you're giving all the fake ones.
Some reason for why he needed money, and also why Johnny Depp couldn't show up in person.
I had to prove to Gilbert, because Gilbert was the logistics manager. I had to show a copy of the receipt to him. And he was to coordinate us to meet.
Okay.
Which it didn't happen because it wasn't enough money.
Of course it wasn't. It's never enough money.
At the airport, waiting for a plane, management made them turn the plane around because
sure it did. Sure it did. Of course they would.
Fee or something.
That makes sense.
If this
they totally do that.
Truly Johnny Depp, Deborah has many suspicions on who is behind the profile. The first suspicion is someone in Johnny Depp's close circle.
He has an entourage. as well as his security man.
It's not real. It's not him.
It's gotta. I think it's someone close to him.
No.
That knows his habits and timing of what he's doing things.
The second suspicion
Why?
that she has
it's
is
Amber Heard. It's all her fault. It's all poop on the bed's fault. To be fair, from what I've seen, she's kind of crazy. But I don't think she's doing this, to be fair. I'll give Amber Heard the benefit of the doubt that she is not doing a romance scam. She's just doing other crazy shit.
She believes that she could possibly be behind this whole thing.
And I wonder how on earth she could get the money that she has. How she keep going? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know if it's a minion of hers.
One of the reasons Deborah feels her relationship
Amber
with Johnny
Heard
Depp
is the
could
scam,
be true is because he claimed to be texting her while he was in court for his case with his ex-wife Amber Heard.
Really?
One time, on
sorry. Oof.
While I was on Telegram,
Johnny got scammed. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Camille had grilled Amber. And
thanks, Binya. The stories people create in their minds is interesting. Yeah, how they try to justify it.
I was at work and I couldn't take the call. And there was a legal action that he was describing to me that like 2 days later it did happen. During the trial, he had his head down in his lap and his hair all around. And I get a text from his account. And I'm like, you need to get
Were the scammers like watching the trial in real time and being like, okay, we got to send it to all the people who are scamming with Johnny right now? Because I'm sure they're using Johnny on multiple people. So it's interesting.
Your head in the game. The text messages would be only on breaks from court.
After searching for answers herself, Deb.
I know she was watching the whole trial too, and yeah, the scammers are too. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna sound like a jerk for saying this. Bravo, scammers. That's some evil genius right there. You're adding some believability to your scam, okay? But screw you guys, but good on you for making the extra effort.
Deborah turned to us to find the truth.
I reached out to Social Catfish because I'm in pain and I'm
sorry, lady.
I want...
I mean, you can build an AI to text every time Johnny looks down. Yeah. That's true. That'll also be I also meant to talk about that when talking about like the voice messages and the video stuff would be a good idea. Because with AI getting better and better, it might be harder to actually verify this stuff. Rather than you have to just use common sense that it's probably not them.
Answers is the biggest thing. I reached out to Catfish because I feel that they will have the resources to help me get closure, to find answers. And I know that it has to end because it's hurting me.
Yeah.
Physically as well as emotionally.
Yeah, AI voice is getting scary. That's for sure.
If you told me
right now, it makes very funny memes, but eventually it could cause problems for sure.
Was the real Johnny Depp, I would be a little bit angry because of
it's definitely not him.
Taken advantage of. But I would forgive because that's my nature. It's really good to be able to tell this story and perhaps get answers and closures where I can't figure it out.
I wonder if she's hoping a little bit that if it gets enough views, maybe Johnny's like actual business team will like reach out and be like, "Oh yeah, sorry. Here's like a sorry message from Johnny," and maybe that's what she's hoping too from coming on the show. I don't know. I'm reaching. That's my little headcanon.
Well, Seekers, we had a bunch of information to research. Deborah sent us documents, emails from Johnny's management, passports, photos, and 2 Bitcoin wallets. It was time to dig in and find some answers.
So you guys saw Deborah's initial interview. She's struggling with this. She's been going through this for quite a while.
Pre Johnny Depp cameo? Yeah. Because does he do cameo? I know a lot of people do cameo.
And I know you guys had a chance to look at her.
Or maybe at least someone who watches it will cameo her. Or do a cameo
what do you guys think about it?
I think the most challenging thing
it.
is that she truly believes that like it's either Johnny Depp or somebody related to Johnny Depp.
Dude, get a tripod or something. Why is this shaky? Why is this shaky cam? Why?
So I think what we need to do is we need to figure out like, okay, who are the people behind the pictures? So let's get.
Doesn't make it more authentic with the shaky cam. It gives me motion sickness.
In Virginia on that. Let's look up the. I think there was a.
Contract. Oh, you might not. So not sure if he has cameo.
To me, it
or
fake,
still does.
Let's see if we can find out where the contract came from, and then from there we'll look up the crypto wallets. I know we started looking into them. One thing that we saw though is the initial deposit was the day that she deposited money. There was no other transactions that was going through that wallet before that. I think we already know where this is headed. I think we just need the solid information for Deborah to essentially just understand what's really going on. She's in denial. This is her relationship with her friends and family. And, you know, realistically, we probably need to get her off the internet too. What do you think, Drew?
I was looking at what Brienne and Virginia had already looked up, and it looks like the Bitcoin wallets were just created like the day that she sent the money. So,
of course,
I mean, the best thing that we can do right now is get her to realize that this is obviously a scam, and Amber Heard and nobody tied to Johnny Depp has anything to do with this. So,
blockchain investigators, let's go. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have to be as complicated as some of the CoffeeZilla ones can get, but because it seems like they just made like very basic ones. But we'll see.
Amber Heard is worth millions of dollars.
Right.
They're very basic.
Why would they talk to anybody for hours every single day for 2 years?
It's not
for even $50,000. Like it's not worth their time. They're too busy of people for that to happen. But we have to.
It's their full-time job.
Yes. So
to scam people,
probably information, send everything over to Virginia and Brienne, and we'll schedule a sit down with her.
You guys want to bet on where the scammers are? If it's a Nigerian or if it's like Indian?
Who were these people claiming to work for Johnny Depp?
You have to help me find Vivian. She reached out to Deborah on Instagram, claiming to be Johnny Depp's assistant. Problem is, we only have one picture of her, super blurry, and we have an old screenshot of her Instagram that's been taken down. So it's gonna be a little tricky.
I think we can do it though.
Okay.
Let's see what we can find.
All right, let's do it. So here's her Instagram. You can see.
Amber's full-time job might be scamming, yeah. That's another crazy Amber. Amber Heard's another crazy Amber. Why are there so many Ambers that are kind of crazy?
It's just a screenshot of it because it's disabled now. That's all we got. I'm thinking we just run a reverse image search on this Instagram page and see if anything pops up.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it.
What else are you gonna do?
Look at this. None of these look like her.
Oh, man.
I'm thinking it's because the screenshot was so vague that it doesn't know what to populate. Maybe we should do a screenshot on her actual profile picture and see if
you didn't do that? Dude, I thought that's what you were gonna do. What? I think they will be in sea and pass money through the Caribbean. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. Southeast Asia. That's fair. I think you're still making a Pirates of the Caribbean joke, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, and maybe crop those images of her.
Okay, that might help. I think I found her profile. So just looking at her Facebook, she doesn't have any connection to Johnny Depp. She lives in Brazil.
Yeah, no shit.
This is definitely a stolen picture.
Yeah?
So another piece of information that Deborah sent us was this meet and greet allegedly from Johnny Depp's management.
Meet and greet agreement. Okay. You know what we could do to validate this document? We can look up the email address.
I wish I could say that C joke was on purpose.
And the address and see if it matches.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a phone number there too.
Don't admit it. You should just take the credit. Take the credit where it comes, dude.
So it looks like the email was a dead end.
You subconsciously did it, okay?
But you know what? Go figure. The whole document looks fake, but I did find something. So, ironically enough, Johnny Depp's actual management company is Global Artist Management. The address on the website
they probably just looked it up.
The address on the document, and the email address is definitely not the same.
There's Johnny.
Yeah?
Johnny Depp.
100%.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Address
No
didn't
shit,
match.
Sherlock. But we gotta verify it
Address,
anyway.
Email address.
Smart scammer though, using a legitimate company.
Very smart,
Yeah.
very clever.
Because a simple
I'm
Google
gonna
search-
say, so far, the scammer has been pretty smart with like their trial, like using the trial looking down stuff for their benefit. They're not the worst scammer in terms of skill. They're still douchebags, but they're skilled.
would lead you to believe that this is a legit document. They use the same logo and everything.
Stick around until the end. Deborah will fill us in on who she thinks is behind this profile of Johnny Depp.
It could be Amber.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Amber Heard.
Yes.
Why do you think Amber Heard's behind this?
That she's crazy?
And we'll go over everything that we found.
I would like for Johnny Depp to come on here and say, hey, here's a check for your money.
I don't know why they're
Everything
treating
is
it like a
cool
TV
and
show. Why don't we
copacetic.
just
We're
see it at
gonna
the
be
end?
good. That's what I would like.
Normally,
What if I was to
without
tell you
having to
that
tease it.
Johnny Depp had nothing to do with this, though?
If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and
Oh, we just
subscribe,
got- okay.
guys. We appreciate
Is
you
it for the
so
retention?
much.
It was now time to sit down with Deborah and go over everything we found. What are you hoping comes out of this research that we found?
I've lost weight, connections with my family, and
Okay.
it's just been overall a very anxious time for me. And it's not been fair to my family because
That's fair, yeah.
I've not been the same person.
Yeah.
I would like for Johnny Depp to come on here and say, hey, here's a check for your money and everything is cool and copacetic. We're going to be good. That's
It's
what I
not
would
Johnny
like.
Depp, though.
What if I was to tell you that Johnny Depp had nothing to do with this, though?
I would believe you.
Yeah? Okay.
Let's get into some
That's
of the
good, at
searches
least.
that we ran.
Sometimes they
sent
don't
over
believe.
a list of crypto wallets, and what we did was we made a list of all the addresses and we researched the information for each of those wallets, seeing if there's
Like
a
Canva or
connection
something?
with any of the transactions. And what we had found was the majority of the wallets eventually led to a Binance exchange. So money is being transferred over to different wallets through transactions.
Maybe they are, / we're trying to sell it to traditional media? Maybe. Maybe.
I think Johnny Depp is a very innocent kind of person, and he probably signs off on whatever and trusts people too much. And I'm not sure. It has to be someone close.
It's always
'cause, like,
Binance,
last
yeah.
night after they played, it was like right after they.
I mean,
got off
isn't it the
stage.
biggest one? So it's
And every time when he
Yeah.
played with Beck, in
The biggest,
between, there
crypto
would be a
exchange?
pause there, and he would talk with me. So it's someone that's right there with him all the time. Someone intimate, like security, or maybe even like his roadie men that set up the guitars or something. I don't know.
oof.
It's someone close.
Why? Why would it have to be?
That's what I think.
Why?
Gotcha. And then
Or
Mhm.
it could be Amber.
Amber Heard.
Oof.
Yes.
Why do you think Amber Heard's behind this?
A lot of the verbiage that has been used, I look back, and at the time I questioned it, but then I
Oh,
let
boy.
it go. Like, I showed her a picture of my ex, and they said, oh, he's cute. Why
Okay.
would a man say another man is cute? Handsome, maybe, but not cute.
At this point, Deborah was trying to find any connection she could to Johnny Depp. The only reason she had suspicions of Amber Heard being behind the profile of Johnny Depp was the verbiage he would use sometimes. But we had more information to go over with her to prove that this was just another scammer. Next is the passport.
We used our reverse image search tools to run this image in our site, and we found an exact match. And where this exact match was found was on a Twitter account.
Okay.
Yeah. So someone had uploaded this image, the exact image, on their Twitter account stating that they were scammed by a fake Johnny Depp. And this was the same exact passport.
It might be the same. It might be the same scammer, or maybe they just took it from a different group. I'm gonna say another man is cute, my homies, although I have my socks on, so it's not gay, lol, yeah. No homo.
And was
No homo.
sent to her as well.
As long as you say say no homo, it's fine. Right? That's how old internet is, right?
This person says, what the hell? The girl who was being scammed by a fake Johnny just sent me this pic. Apparently her scammer has sent her this. They're even producing fake passports now to convince
socks on and hands above waist, not gay. Oof.
Their victims.
A loaf of bread cost 50%
I'm gonna get
more
so
today
many
than it did before the pandemic.
So many political ads. Oof.
Pretty bad.
Any questions, Deborah?
No.
As we were going through the information, you could tell Deborah was starting to realize what was really going on.
This is perfect what you're doing. I need this.
Honestly?
She needed
I've seen like other people talk about these sometimes. She's handling this a lot better than a lot of them in terms of like believing it and not arguing with the people trying to help her. So I have hope for you. I'm rooting for you.
To hear the truth. We had to get rid of any thought that she had about this profile having any connection to Johnny Depp or anyone he was associated with.
One of the reasons why you think Johnny Depp is real has a little bit to do with the global artist company, correct?
Yeah.
So you had received a document,
but it's the wrong
and you had sent that over to us, and we examined it, and we did find a few inconsistencies. One of them being,
wait, should they have the logo be over the meat part? Could you not like space it down or something, dude? You gotta try to format these to look realistic. Well, maybe you don't because the target audience, I guess. I like her. She's still the Lulu, but 3 divorces can do that. Yeah, that's fair.
the fact that the address on the document is false. It's not the actual address and location for this company. And then another thing we noticed is there were emails. And when we looked into that, we found that that wasn't even a correct format.
Kerning scammers? Remember Kerning? What is Kerning? What?
If you're representing a company, it's going to be at global, right? At globalm.com. It's not going to be someone's personal email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are your wheels turning a little bit on what we're kind of getting at?
Yeah, no, she seems to get it.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you for recognizing it.
Through the interview with Deborah, the fake
feel so
profile
bad
of
for her,
Johnny
though.
Depp was texting her. We had to stop the interview several times
For
so she
typing
could
her?
check her messages.
I'm sorry. He keeps. Please.
Spacing for
sorry.
typesetting. Okay. Interesting.
How can I do this? Well, he's off. Okay. He's off for right now.
It's an editing nerd term. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You're gonna need to block a lot of numbers, chick.
Good.
Yeah, he's not typing right now. I don't have to pay attention to that.
What's he
Okay.
saying
Oh
to you?
boy.
Just hey. And smiley faces. Just hey.
Does he know that you were
Wow.
going to join us today?
Yes.
Oh.
He said
Mhm.
that his girlfriend should not do interviews, or his fiance should not do interviews.
He's calling you his fiance,
that,
really?
Doing interviews would just mess up the whole thing. And I said, I'm going to do what I want to do.
So,
Yes.
Deborah, I'm not a psychologist, but I personally think from a friend to another friend, I think you need to get off the internet for a while. It's stressing you out. You're creating this world that's not reality. Having Johnny Depp's manager stealing money from him when we found all the transactions in the Bitcoin, Amber Heard being a part of this. There's nothing real behind any of the reasons of why you would think any of these things.
Also block
And
the number.
I really just think you're stressing yourself out.
Our
They're just
accounts
causing
that they're
confusion.
sending
That's
you
what
stuff.
scammers do. They want to cause confusion for you so you can put these things together. Anything that any of these accounts told you is a lie. And moving forward, you should block all of them because they're out to get your money.
Great.
Yeah. I wonder how much he
Deborah
lost.
seemed to take in all of the information we had pretty well. The hardest part about being involved in a romance scam is to disconnect. The
Yeah.
internet is the wild, wild west.
And it's also like
Anyone
sunk cost of like how much time and money.
can create a fake
So
profile and pretend to
I
be
understand people
anyone
who
they
want to
want.
believe it's real.
We plan to continue to educate her on online safety, and we even set her up with some tools to help along the way.
Good.
I'm looking forward to blocking that account and being
Do it
finally
right now.
done with it.
Do it right now.
And
Do it on screen.
I want to know the next steps that I need to take.
I want to let you know that we're here for you. We have steps for recourse to start with the unfrauded tool that we have for.
We have an unfrauded tool. This is a new tool that our company created. You can use this tool to verify basically anything. You've got a fishy text message or suspicious email, you drop it in the unfrauded tool and it spits out a verification. Yes, this was fraud, or no, it wasn't. So we'll definitely sync you up with.
And it's another ended relationship too, even a fake one. Yeah, so that's painful.
To that tool, and we think that you'll find it very useful.
I thank you very much for taking me on, and I'm glad to finally have closure, to know that I can stop throwing money into this pit that is just not going anywhere. I really appreciate the services of Social Catfish, because I just didn't know what to do. I was on the loop and falling like down the drain. I was going down the drain.
Thank you so much, Deborah. It was nice meeting with you today.
We're rooting for you.
Thank you for being there for me.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
You seem one of the more level-headed on the show, from what I've seen. Our team felt that Deborah needed to take a break from the internet. Her connection with her family suffered greatly, and she began to lose touch with her true self. She faces a challenging journey ahead, and we are currently assisting her with the aim of recuperating a portion of her finances. Can you actually do that? Maybe if you find who did it? I don't know. I guess we didn't figure out the location of the scammer. For all we know, they could be in the US. Easier to keep going than accept that it's over when you know how that will feel. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember,
I'm actually going to subscribe. I enjoyed this. This was very interesting. Next time on the Variety live streams, what will chat get me to watch next? Who knows? Check us out next time. Same rat time. Same rat channel. Please follow on Twitch if you want to see these live. If you like this video, please like and subscribe on YouTube. I hope you have a good day, and thank you for your time.